It's me! Hi! Boop!
Hello party people, it's me, SprayAway, and today I have a one-trick pony Twitch guide for you. But we start with some informations about me. I have over 1 million mastery points and I hit Dia multiple times as a Twitch one-trick pony, and season 11 I was ranked 31 on Twitch. Well, mid of season 11. Last games were pretty rough, but I still got some nice informations for you to help you out in your ranked games. And I know what you are thinking. You're thinking, damn, the video is so long, I have no time for it, I already know everything about it. But no, wait a second. This is a video for someone who wants to play Twitch for the first time, but also for the mains out there, and I got pretty nice stuff. And I bet you don't know everything about this video. So I will make timesteps and you can just decide what you want to hear, right? If you know what the abilities does from Twitch, just skip that part and go to the next. But I will just put in everything here. So have fun with the video, and now let's talk about the timeline. Starting off with the abilities of Twitch. If you already know them, just skip to the next part to tricks. Then I talk about settings, the matchup in general. I will create a tier list, the items. By the way, this is a AD Twitch guide, not a AP Twitch guide. The runes, the Laningphase, I got some nice informations for you there, to increase your win rate and your overall laning performance. Then to the mid game and to the late game. Have fun watching, let's get started. So let's get started with the abilities of Twitch. The kit overall is pretty lame, to be honest. He only got some pew pew auto attacks, but that's enough for the red. Yeah, the passive is a stacking passive. It deals true damage based on your ability power for 6 seconds, stacking up 6 times. So that means you have to attack the enemy 6 times before you get the maximum icon. Well, it does no damage if you play AD Twitch, so forget about that part. Yeah. Next, we got the main ability of Twitch in his kit, and by far the best, I would say. It's called Ambush. If you press Ambush, you're getting invisible, but it takes some time. Look at it.
Sneaky, sneaky.
And then you get 10 movement speed, 10%. And if you move nearby enemies without getting them in your circle, you get additional 30% movement speed. If you come out of stealth, you get for 5 seconds 60% attack speed. It's also really huge. By the way, if you're in queue and it's almost running out, you can just press B and it will reset. So you can queue the next time faster to get back on lane or to trick the enemy. So the next ability of Twitch is the W. It's a slow field with a huge range, I would say. Yeah, you throw it and enemies within it get a stack each second they are in it. So yeah, as I said, the stacks are kind of useless, so you gotta slow on your W. Your next spell is your E. Your E is pretty useful, I would say. At maximum stacks of Deadly Venom, it deals the maximum amount of damage. It scales on AP and AD, way better on AP than on AD. But, as I said, whatever, we want to play AD Twitch, not AP Twitch. Yep. That's it. That's the reason Hurricane is so good, because if a lot of player got maximum stacks, you can press E and everyone get that burst. Yep. Okay, we are finally here at our last ability. It's Spray and Pray, our ultimate, and it's pretty insane. It gives you attack damage and attack range for 6 seconds, and it makes your auto attacks pierce through units. So if you're a clever red, you won't attack like this, you will attack like this. Ah, damn. Okay, you got it. And that's it. Now we come to a really important point in this list, and these are the game settings. Because if you don't have the right settings, you won't be able to kite properly and do the maximum amount of damage you want to do, and you have to do as Twitch. So, yeah, how do normal people kite? Well, they run back, with right click and turn around and right click the enemy champion, run back, right click the enemy champion, run back, right click the enemy champion. Yeah, that's it. But there's a problem. If you have a lot of attack speed, and you will have enough attack speed, you might miss some auto attacks, especially if you play against champions with high mobility or jumps. So, for example, you have a lot of attack speed right now, and you start kiting. The enemy champion dashes and you miss that auto attack and click right next to him. So you walk into their face. That's one wrong step and that's your death, because they will fuck you up, man. Okay, so what you can do: open up your settings, go under hotkeys, scroll down a bit, go under player movement, and then you will see the setting player attack move click. I personally set it on A, because it's nice to have it close to your buttons you normally use while playing League. And yeah, what this does is, for example, you right click on the ground and you will see in the green color, right? If you use the button A right now, it shows red, which means if you're in range of an enemy, you will automatically start attacking him. For example, I move around, Twitch does not attack, but if I run to the dummy, he will instantly attack it. So, this is a great way, by the way, to face check a bush if you have no ward up and enemy is low in it, so you can move with attack move click in it. So, you get the auto attack instantly off and win the trade. Yep, and it helps you while kiting with a lot of attack speed. For example, if you're running away and want to kite them, you can just press A, run back, press A, run back, press A. You just have to press A instead of heading your mouse over him. But the problem is, if in between the enemy champion and you are minions or wards, you will attack the closest target. So you will attack the minions. But you can change it in the settings. Go to game, scroll down, attack move on cursor. This makes that your auto attack will hit the target closest to your mouse. You don't have to be exactly on him to attack him, just the closest target. For example, you want to kite back and this is a Ashe, for example, and this is a Malphite. You can't kill the Malphite, right? You want to kill the Ashe. And you can kite while attacking the target behind. So, let's see. I run back. I just have to be close to the target and he will attack the dummy behind the first one, not actually the Malphite. So, but if I just press R and A behind me, he will automatically attack the Malphite. But I can change that with just heading up with my mouse. You see, I'm not even on him. Another big setting for you is attack champions only. Now, for example, you are chasing a Yasuo or a Katarina. Yep, this will never happen. They will just kill you, but whatever. They are running towards the chicken and they want to leave the pit while dashing at the end out of it. So you have one chance to hit an auto attack and don't miss it on the chickens. So, what you're gonna do, you open up your settings, go under game, scroll down a bit. In the bottom section you find the setting called target champions only as a toggle. Just activate it, I'm gonna explain it later. Go to hotkeys, scroll down, abilities and summoner spells, scroll down, then you see other, and under that you see target champions only. I just set it on my mouse, you can do it whatever you want, but I feel really confident with it. So if I press the button on my mouse, my mouse in the game will turn red. And this makes me only attack champions. I can't attack the red buff right now. It's impossible. So, if it's an enemy, here inside the chickens. Let me spawn one. I can't attack the chickens. It's impossible. I just can attack the dummy because it's a champion. Pretty simple. A really good trick. And if I want to hit the minions as well, I just turn it off, press the button again on my mouse, and I can attack the chickens again. You should definitely use it. It's really important. This also works great when champions are hiding under a tower. Especially if the champion is really small. So for example, you are ganking a Teemo top lane and he's hiding under the tower. A lot of players would step up and attack the tower instead of the champion. Just press attack champions only, the button right now on my mouse, and step up, and look at this. I can't attack the tower. I just can attack the champion. You won't miss any auto attacks more. It's really good. Another huge upgrade for your settings will be under escape, game and controls. And I want to talk about the mouse speed and the camera move speed from the mouse, because you just can't kite probably if these are really low, because it would take hours to get your mouse to the enemy. And if you have 3.0 attack speed and kite away from the enemies, sometimes you have to switch the focus and switch between targets, because another one gets low and you don't want to attack the nearest target, you want to attack the target in the backline. So with attack only click, you have to get your mouse over it, at least close to the target you want to attack, and it's way better if your mouse is moving fast. And if you get a lot of movement speed and you're kiting out of your cam, you can just look back and get even faster back when your camera movement speed is fast. Because, let me see, this is 47. Look how fast my camera goes. And for example, I put it on 9. It's way too slow, right? Look, if I want to attack a champion, it's way too slow. So make sure to set the settings correct for you. Get used to it, increase it slowly, but you have to find a way to play with high speed. We have our Q ability. Especially if you attack an enemy tower, you press attack, 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 and you know, okay, enemies are coming, so I have to leave. It depends on the attack speed you have right now, but as you can see, I'm attacking. And I did 2 auto attacks while getting stealth. If you have more attack speed, you can do even 3 auto attacks while queuing to run back afterwards. It makes you play really faster, and the game is all about pace, you know? So if you attack the tower and you know, oh, enemies are coming, press your Q, do 3 auto attacks and then run back. Make sure to press Q at the end of your auto attack, almost as it hits the target. Let's talk about another Q trick you can do. So you can fake escape routes. So for example, this enemy is chasing you and he sees that you are getting invisible and heading back to top lane. So let's see. In the moment I just turn full invisible, I just change my direction, so he thinks that I'm top lane, right? You have to get the timing, but just practice that in normal games and you will see it works great. So let's talk about the W. You also have a trick right here to improve your gameplay. For example, you run to the enemy in stealth and you start throwing your W and attack. It's slower than this combo. You just run at the enemy and then you deal 1 auto attack and instantly W. This is more DPS, by the way, so you should make sure that you will do it in your ranks. You can do it with your ultimate as well, so you Q your ulti and directly throw your W. here's another cool mechanic to get on your lane without getting seen. So you press Q and in the last second before you get invisible, you just auto-attack the plant and you get over it while stealth. Let's talk about the matchups on bot lane. Yeah, sometimes you play against AP carry Ziggs on bot lane or Swain, but we just talk about the ADC picks. I guess here is everyone except Kog'Maw, but fuck Kog'Maw, right? So the worst ones are obviously Draven because he completely outdamages you and he picks Hail of Blades. So trading with him is so garbage, especially if you have engage support or enchanter. He will just run you down no matter what. Samira is also very, very strong against Twitch because she can block multiple auto attacks with her shields and go in melee mode and still out damage you like hell and heals herself. That's just, you can't fight against her. Another pick that is really, really strong against Twitch, especially with Nami support or something like that, is Lucian. Lucian just got 2 big auto attack traits early on. You can't fight him and he will snowball the shit out of you. Well, now we hit our not good mark. It's the champions where you can actually play Twitch against, but it's really, really hard and really support dependent. For example, Tristana. If Tristana plays with Leona or Rel, where she can jumps in, slow you, get her E done, then you get CC'd by the enemy support and she jumps back on you, so it's impossible to win the trade like that. She got way more damage than you in the early game, so it's really hard to play against her. In addition to that, Vayne is a really good pick against Twitch because if you decide to go all in, Vayne can just press E and you are out of the combat, right? You go in with Lulu buffs, for example, and press your ult and attack Vayne, and she will just E your back, and yeah, that's it. Especially she can, if she's really good, she can dodge the Twitch autos with her Q. It's really hard to play against Vayne. And if you're stunned, yeah, I guess you know what it means. You're dead. Now we go to the next section. It's okay, the okay matchups. I would place Jinx in it because Jinx has a Q and she get a lot of push potential and trading potential and poke potential. And if you want to engage her with your ultimate, she just plays her traps right in front of you, so you have, if you have no flash, you have to walk around it, and most of the time when you play against a Jinx, you also play against the enchanter, and the enchanter will speed Jinx up if you're gonna engage on them, and the traps and the extra movement speed on Jinx makes it almost impossible to chase them down. So Jinx is pretty safe in a 2v2, I would say. Okay, next up we have Misfortune. Misfortune is a lane bully, but if you manage to CC her or to engage while you're full life, it can be doable, because if you engage her and got Gale Force, for example, you can just Gale Force out of her ult, and yeah, that's it. She has no dash, she can't run really fast after you attacked her, so she's in combat and don't get any movement speed. MF is pretty easy to kill, but MF can also easily kill you, so it's an okay matchup. Next up we have Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa normally counters you because she can reveal stealth units with her W, and her Q always hits. That's so garbage. And Kai'Sa can 1v1 Twitch almost any time. I mean, you can be 10-0 of Twitch and run against a 2-5 Kai'Sa and you will have trouble. Remember my words. In a 1v1, Kai'Sa is really fucking strong. Don't underestimate the Kai'Sa pick. Okay, next up we have here Xayah in the list. Xayah is just really annoying. She has a good disengage with her ulti. She has a decent amount of poke in lane, and you always have to respect her, her shit thrown back to her. I can't remember the word, but you know what I mean. And the next champion we got Ophelios. I am not sure. This guy is, I don't see him that much, but whenever I play against Ophelios, which is really good, I have a lot of trouble against him. He got so much survivability with the healing and the short range attacks. It's just crazy, and the DPS is horrible, man. Okay, now we talk about the perfect matchups with Twitch. I was thinking about putting Jhin on the perfect list, but it's actually just good. It's really hard to play against a Jhin who's ahead, so I will place him on a good, because if he's alone on the bot lane farming minions and you play with exhaust, he does his last shot and now you start to attack, you get out of stealth, he has to reload. It's just you can search the perfect timing with Twitch, and he can't win that fight, right? It's so easy to dodge the melee W in auto attack range. Just stick to him and he won't win. And even if it's close, if he gets to his last shot, just exhaust him. It's so free to win a melee fight against Jhin. So if he's ever alone, just run him down. The next champion is actually Caitlyn, even though she's strong on lane. You know, every Caitlyn does the same. If a Twitch engages, they will every one of them will do one auto attack on me, and after that they will E. So you do one auto attack and just swipe to the right or to the left, so you dodge it. And if you dodge the E, you can just run her down with movement speed supports, and she has no reaction to this, because she can't out-trade you with auto attacks when you got your ult. So make sure to dodge the Q and the E. It's doable, and don't run into traps. I know. Caitlyn can be strong, but it's doable. The matchup is doable. Next off we have Kalista, but I'm not sure where to put her. I mean, I never play against a Kalista. I would say it's good because, well, she's not that strong, but she can dodge every shot of your ultimate. Yeah, make sure to buy a lot of attack speed so the balls gets faster and she can't dodge them. And maybe stick to her, don't go super long range. Okay, now we go to the perfect matchups to play Twitch. I would say it's Ezreal, because Ezreal only got skill shots and you can dodge them. Ezreal got no huge push to get you under the tower. You want to roam a lot, so you want them to be on their tower. If Ezreal uses his E, he got a long cooldown on it, so after that you can run him down, or you can go Gale Force, and Gale Force after he eat, so is really doable. I like it to play against Ezreal a lot, but I know if someone thinks different, it's just my playstyle. Next up we have Ashe. Ashe is pretty annoying on lane because of her W, but if you're gonna engage Ashe with an enchanter support or with an engage support, just make sure to buy Gale Force and you engage, just wait for the ult, keep attacking her. She will ult and you dash out with Gale Force, or you flash out, and what's she gonna do? So you just run her down. The same thing with Varus. He got a nice amount of wave clear, but if you engage him later on, he won't hit his ult, so he got no escape spell after that. I mean, he got a slow, but that's not enough for him to get away. And I will put Sivir on perfect. Yeah, she can push you under the tower, but her E is pretty useless against the stacks of Twitch, because you can just hold it, just wait for it to use it. You can, by the way, just press S while moving, so Sivir thinks that you're gonna E and she will use spell shield. Then you keep running after her. Then spell shield runs out and then you press E. It's kind of free. She don't know how to use her spell shield in this lane. And Twitch, yeah, it's horrible. Mirror matchups are so garbage, man. I don't want to play mirror matchups. So that's it, I would say. Maybe Jhin to perfect, but I already lost against some gyms pretty hard, so I play some on a good. Let's talk about the runes, because there are so many discussions in the internet where some people got a super cool idea of playing Twitch with different runes, but they are shit, man. I don't like them. Yeah, you can go press the attack, even, I mean, it's best if you play with a brand support or a Pantheon support with a high damage support, so you can run down the enemies in lane and you pick it when your team get outscaled from the enemy. But damn, your Twitch, you wanna outscale them. So, yeah, there are some mid lane matchups where you can pick Hail of Blades and play AD. It's also cool, yeah, but we focus on the bot lane ADC Twitch, and I'm going to pick Lethal Tempo. After that, it's of course Presence of Mind, because you don't have any mana otherwise if you don't pick up this rune. Yeah, Triumph sounds really cool. You get extra gold for kills and so, but nah, you don't have any mana. So go Presence of Mind. Yeah, I personally go attack speed. You can go lifesteal as well, but I go attack speed to kite even better. Then I go Cup the Grace against squishy teams and cut down against tanky teams. Let's pretend we play against a squishy team. And for the second room page, I go in a domination tree because we are lacking lifesteal. So we go Taste of Blood. In a 25-minute game, it heals you for around 700, 800. And this is a decent amount, I would say. So it helps you out in the early lane to play against hard matchups and yeah, stay alive, I would say. And you want to stay alive because Twitch lane is pretty shit. So, next rune we're gonna go for is Ravenous Hunter. In a 30 minutes game, you will hear about 3000 to 3500, I would say. And this is another time a decent amount of heal. Go for it, because you got no lifesteal in your build. Maybe you picking up Blade of the Ruined King, but you don't have to if you pick Ravenous Hunter. Then you go for attack speed, AD, and armor. If you play against the AP carry on bot lane, you can go magic resist. But that's it. That's the run page you're gonna look for. So, let's talk about the items. The starting items are pretty unique, because if you play with a Soraka support, for example, she heals so much, so you don't need to buy 3 pots, you just can go Kal and 1 pot and it's enough. And you can go for it when you see, okay, this lane is going to be super boring, we got 2 hyper carries and roaming supports, so let's go, we are just farming bot lane, let's go Kal. But in the most of the time you will go Longsword and 3 pots, because you get so much HP back from health pots, and you can control the wave better with 3 health pots than only 1. You go Doran's Blade if you play with healing support like Yuumi or Soraka in hard matchups where you need the extra HP. And yeah, that's for starting. Now we look at our first backs. We want to get Noon Creever as soon as possible with our Berserker Greaves, because they are giving a lot of attack speed, and as you know, Twitch got no dashes, so movement speed is really good on him because you want to dodge the shit out of the enemy. So make sure that you buy tier 2 boots as soon as possible. If you see, the lane is looking fine and we are rolling over the enemy and we will keep getting kills, go for Dark Seal, even though you go AD, but the fact that Dark Seal can stack up to 10 times, it's so gold efficient. So if you know, okay, the enemies can't do shit about us, we roam mid, we gank the jungler, we interrupt them between the 2 turrets, just go Dark Seal and you will get so much E damage from it. If you play against a Yuumi or a Soraka lane, you should definitely look for the healing reduction item, because otherwise it's so annoying. You have to wait for Ignite, maybe you don't have Ignite on bot lane. You just make sure to buy it directly, even before Noonquiver or before Berserker Greaves, if you play against Soraka, Yuumi and so on. This also counts for ADCs who heal really much with Shield Bow and their spells in general. So, the standard item build is Kraken Slayer, Hurricane, Infinity Edge, Lord Dominik's. So, you want to build Kraken Slayer instead of Gale Force, if you can, because otherwise you deal no damage at all. Das ist total... After Kraken Slayer, you go for Hurricane, and at this time you realize you start lacking damage. For example, you are 10-0 after Hurricane, and there's a Kai'Sa, which is 1-5, and she will make you trouble, man. So you have to pick up as much AD and damage as possible. After that, it's Infinity Edge, and then the enemies will start stacking armor, and you go for Lord Dominik's. If the enemy team is tanky as fuck, so like Malphite, Galio, Leona support, Samira ADC, you will go Kraken Slayer into Lord Dominik's, into Blade, into Infinity Edge. Yes, you're not buying Hurricane before these 4 items, but you will deal so much damage. It's crazy. Even Blade of the Ruined King, if you build it as a second item, it deals so much more damage than Kraken Slayer if you play against a tanky team. Just after 10 minutes you board it. That's hilarious. So, and last item is, yeah, you can choose it. It's game dependent. Let's look at the items when you have to go Gale Force. For example, you're playing against the Ashe or Varus, and you want to run over them, so you Gale Force out of the important spell, and it's a free kill. Sometimes you have to do it if you play against the Elise jungle, so you can dodge the stun, or Xerath mid lane, or Gnar top lane, or I don't know. You know, you will feel it in the games when you have to pick up Gale Force. But after Gale Force, you're lacking damage, so you can't buy Hurricane. You need more AD or more attack speed for single units, so you go for Phantom Dancer. Yeah, and after that you go Infinity Edge, because you got your crit amount for Infinity Edge, so it deals more damage. And after that, Lord Dominik's. When the enemy team only has assassins in it, so like Shaco, Zed, you know, really fucking annoying champions, you can go Shield Bow. I almost never go Shield Bow, but in these scenarios you can go it. So Shield Bow. Another time we are lacking damage because we didn't go for Kraken Slayer, so we go Phantom Dancer, we go Titanic Hydra, we go GA and Armor Boots and Blade. That's built against a really hard, annoying assassin AD team. And now we head up to our high damage team AP, so we pick up, of course, boots. Yeah, you have to buy boots first, you know. That's I guess you know it. After boots you go Kraken Slayer, which end it's actually huge, especially with Hurricane and Titanic Hydra. It's really good because it's difficult for them to one-shot you if you have 500 bonus health and magic resist from Wit's End, and it's stacking up. So yeah, these are the items. Yeah, that's it. Next up in our list we have engaging on enemies. For example, this next up in our list we have engaging enemies. Let's say this is a Morgana. Morgana will Q as soon as she sees me coming out of the stealth. So I can't just come out of Q and standing still and attack her. I guess you know this. So I see a lot of Twitch player coming out of stealth and just moving up. It's kind of bad if the enemy got a skill shot, because it's easy to predict that you're moving up. Make sure that you Q, auto tag, one step up, auto tag, and then move down. That's a great way to dodge a lot of spells, but every player is unique, so make sure that you keep an eye on the enemy, how fast he will use his skill shot, his CC ability, and then decide what you how much auto attacks you do before dodging in a different way. By the way, you can also do it in another way, but sometimes enemies are really slow with abilities, so you're gonna attack, move up, and then move down before your third auto attack. It's a kind of mind game, but never go in a line or just up or just down. Always change your position. Attack, down, attack, up, again up, attack, or you can also cancel attacks when it's needed. Because if you start auto-attacking and you see there's a spell flying at you, just stop, run away. It's better to fail one auto-attack than eating that spell you get caught of. A nice backport tip is, if you pushed out your lane and you don't want to go to the brushes because the enemy support won't let you back, he will firstly check the brushes and try to cancel you. Just go up after you push the wave, stay here and backport with your Q. You can press it at the same time and the enemy support won't get in this area, believe me. It's so safe. A next cool tip for you is to push out the wave if the enemy is low. Then ping your support to stay very passive or backport or just wait in the brushes. Then you act like you already backported. Use Q in the brush and then move up. The minion wave will crush here and you have to go up to this purple stone here. You just stay here and the tower won't see you. If you stand here, the tower will see you, even though it's out of the circle. So this is your maximum amount you can go in the front. Let's say we are at the end of the laning phase. What you're gonna do is to get that tower. Push as fast as you can, if you're allowed to do it, and then move. If your jungler is topside, move in your jungle. Get the golems. Just kill them. You need gold. Ask your jungler if you get your if you can take your red buff. It's really good on Twitch, especially if you get Hurricane. Do the red buff. Then back to lane. Always make sure that you won't miss any CS coming at your tower. So again, push out on bot lane, and if your jungler moves to the bot side, then engage on the enemy jungle camps. Just pick up Grump, do blue, help Dragon, get Grump. You don't want to waste your time because there's no more gold left, right? You only want gold. Just want your items. So everything before 3 items is shitty with Twitch. So get as much gold as you can. Just move around, be active on the map. tell your support to join you. It makes no sense waiting. Instead, you can go to the jungle and get so much gold out of it. So always make sure to be active on the map and help your jungler with Twitch. If you are mid with your support, you can tell your support to move around the objectives you're going to get soon. Make sure that you already changed to your blue trinket after level 9 and ward specific areas which are not warded yet because the enemy jungler cleared it or the enemy support. If here is a ward and let's say here, then play around top side because you know here is nothing, and if the enemies comes from bot, you can just escape through top lane or go back to your tower. You want to get to the mid lane because the lane is shorter, so no one can fuck you up because you just have to run 3 centimeters back and you're under the tower. And here are much more camps nearby you can take and get even more CS. In addition to that, Twitch roams really fast because you get attack speed, movement speed while using Q. So if you are mid lane, the enemy has to predict that you come top lane or bot lane again. So crush the tower, ask a mid laner to go bot lane, go mid, take the mid farm, get the camps, and always push because if you will hold the wave here, everyone will know that Twitch is in mid, but Twitch is strongest when the enemy don't know where you are, because they have to respect it. If you don't show yourself, for example, you go to the chicken camps, the enemy on top has to be careful because you can be around top lane. For this last section, I would say I show you guys some clips about late game team fights to point it out what's really important. The next 2 clips are clips about positioning, and Twitch is a carry unit which is really squishy, so you have to look on your position, but he got a long range ultimate and nice auto attacks. So watch closely what I'm going to do in this clip. I see there's an opportunity to flash over the wall and still attack the carries. And it worked really well. I mean, yeah, Yasuo wind wall is trash, but look at this. I'm attacking and they have no chance of getting to me. After that, yeah, Yasuo, we lost that fight. But it's actually really huge to stay in a position where they can't attack you. Here's the next clip. You don't always have to be as fast as possible to attack the enemies. Just take some time, go in the perfect spot to make things happen. Here, no one is able to even do anything to me. So, it's a great spot to attack all of them. The next 2 clips are about timing. You don't have to go in as soon as possible. Wait, spectate the team fight, and look at the main abilities of the enemies which can fuck you up. In this video, I just came from bot to mid to the team fight and I just spectated it and say, let's go from behind. I just watch closely and see what the enemy champs are doing, and Yasuo, the third Yasuo Q is my problem, so I flashed it and kite backwards. And I just cleaned up the backline. The next team fight is the Drake. So, I can go in, but no tanks are nearby. I just wait, even though I'm fat. And I'm waiting to the carries to land in Cannon's ult, and then I can show myself. It's about the timing. The next 3 clips are about what can kill you and what you should flash. In this clip, the enemy team is moving towards Baron, and I will pass the team while using my Q to get behind Jhin, because he's really weak in a 1v1. Yep, the team comes and I have to flash the fresh Q. I could flash before, but just wait for the important moment what you can get killed through. So in this clip, I'm moving around and find an opportunity to engage. And you know, LeBlanc and Ornn came at me, and I dodged the W of LeBlanc, the main damage source, to proc her Q. So, always remember, flash the dangerous things and go back in safety. In this moment, I just flashed again over a wall where they can't attack me. Here, I know I engage her Ashe, so she will ulti. I hold my finger on flash, attack, 1 and flash. It's that simple. Congratulations, you did it. Well played. You're at the end of the video. 45 minutes I'm seeing here in my program cutting this video. Damn, it was so much work, but I love it. So here it is, the One Trick Pony Twitch Guide. If you have any questions, write it down below in the comments. Give the video a like, I would appreciate it, and subscribe and follow me on Twitch. It's really important. I'm streaming a lot, so you can join. Sometimes I talk in German, but it's okay. If you write a message in English, I will repeat it to it. Yeah, see you guys. Thank you for watching.